Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm here with my co-host JohnnyKpicks for another Wednesday night live show. How you doing tonight, Johnny?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't wait to break down these fights like we usually do. It's going to be fun. And yeah, there's going to be a pretty decent card, actually. So I'm kind of excited for a lot of weird fights, low level, anything can happen. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, man. It's got like some like veteran talent, but it's like the low level veteran talent, and then you got some other dudes that made their debut and are making their second fight against each other, or fighting each other, coming off losses, stuff like that. So it should be a really good card though, man. I was happy to get the 14 fights. Should have had 15, but freaking we had one of the best ones fall off with Giga and all that, man.
Unfortunately, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I seen they found a new opponent for Sadiq, but it's not on this card or whatever.
Yeah, it's on the next one, October 1st, I believe.
Right. So what'd you think about UFC 279?
It was all right. I had a couple bad beats, so I was kind of like butt hurt a little bit. But the Aldana Macy fight, like I was like 9 seconds away from hitting my over, so I was kind of mad about that.
And that fucking liver kick,
up kick, liver kick. It's like, oh come on, dude! Like what? Who does that?
I thought, yeah.
And then I was going to say, like, with the Lee Rodriguez fight, I bet Lee during the fights, and I thought Lee won, and he lost. So I got a bad beat there.
Yeah.
But overall, it was fine. There was, like, some low-level stuff that I was just like, this guy's trash. I'm never betting him ever again, or not even picking him ever again. And
Jamie Pickett.
that's the guy.
Jamie not getting Pickett again.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't bet that fight. Don't get me wrong, but I'm never going to pick him, like, ever again if he's even in the UFC again.
Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah, man. I'm with you on that. I felt like I got robbed on the Jing Liang fight. I thought he like clearly won. You know what I mean? Like he even hurt Rodriguez. Like Rodriguez never even did anything to him. The Diaz fight, that was crazy. You know, it was fun to watch. Chimaev fight was crazy. Freaking Jake Collier. My two losses were I lost with Ann Helliger, but Jake Collier, if he would have won, I would have hit a 3-leg parlay. And I mean, he almost had Barnett out of there a couple times, but that sucked. And then the Jing Liang fight, man, I was upset about that. I really thought he won that, so
yeah. And then with the Diaz Tony fight, it's like
it was so weird.
It was cool that it happened, but it just seemed forced.
Right.
They didn't really, they didn't look right to me, both of them. And like, I know Nick Diaz and Law, when they fought, it didn't look right either. And this was kind of the same thing for me. And then I had a bet on Tony, and I was just like, I'm not going to win. Like, I already knew, like, it's just not going to happen because I know Tony's better than that. And if that's his real self, then he should not be fighting anymore.
Yeah, he looked terrible shape, dude. Like, usually he's all cut up and all that. And I know he's fighting at 170, but he would have got murdered by Jang. Murdered. And then Diaz was going to get, like, that's the thing. If them fights wouldn't have got mixed up, man, I would have hit some good fights after hitting with Walker and Arosa and all them underdogs.
Exactly.
I would have hit my other parlay with Norma Dumont and obviously Kazma or Hamzat would have beat Diaz and Jing Liang. So I would have went like 5 or 6-1 and won huge, but that's the fight game, man. That's the fight game. But man, we already got some people in the audience tonight. We got my boy Ice Viking. Our boy Ice Viking's here. What's up, Ice Viking?
What's up, man?
We got Effie from Any Action MMA, man. Everybody go check out his channel. What's up, Effie? 1K. Let's go, bro. Congrats. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's a milestone finally.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's awesome, man. Took a long time, it seemed like, but not really. I mean, sometimes it takes longer, but I got it in under my year. So pretty good about that. My boy Daz Files is here. He said, good vibes. You got this. Yep. CJP, my boy Carlos said 1K gang and growing, about to spark up some blueberry sour diesel. Can't wait to discuss these fights. That sounds tasty. Got my mouth watering.
All of those, like, the weed names are hilarious to me because they sound amazing.
Yeah, they are, and they are. Most of them live up to it. Papa Chuck said, Cody, congrats on the 1K subs. Thank you, Papa Chuck, man. I appreciate that, bro. We got the Burns in here. He said, all grown up now. in the big leagues. Oh, Patrick from Addicted to Combat said, "What's up, my friends? Yo, Johnny K, congrats on 1.5. Yeah, 1.5K subs.
I don't know. It just happens. I don't know.
It just keeps going up. And everybody check out Patrick's show. He's going to have a live show tonight. I don't know if he's having one tonight. I know tomorrow I'm going to be on his show at 6:30 Eastern time. So everybody go check that out. We're going to be talking over this card and giving out like our little best bets and props and stuff. So that'd be cool. He's a great guy. He's won 6 weeks in a row. So that's hard to do.
He's killing it.
Yeah, Ice Viking said once you hit 1K, you're allowed to be fashionably late. Yes, because it's me making us late. Trust me, that sucks. But Shadow said fire. We got Shadow in here. We got SK said I'm not good with acronyms.
Oh,
lock of the week. Elise Reed came through. Yeah.
I remember him saying that. Nice pickup there.
Excellent pick, SK. Yoda Swiffus said a lot of unders this weekend, in my opinion. Yep, that's what I bet too. Yep. Miguel Mondragon Hernandez said I would have won so much if Lee would have gotten a decision. I feel you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you. Patrick said, Cody, your 1K subs is too cool too, I guess. Yeah, man. I'll take that. It ain't 1.5, but it'll do.
It'll get up there.
Victor, what's up, Victor? He said, what to do, baby? What's up, man? Appreciate you showing up for us and hanging out. Dad said echo. Oh, am I echoing? Is it echoing? Can you hear any echo, Johnny?
No, I think you're good. Is it me?
I don't know.
Am I the echo E?
If that's what it. The one time my daughter snuck in here and she turned my echo up and I didn't know. And I did a whole video with it. Yeah, Carlos said, I told you Tululian was going to hit. He gave me some good plus money. Yeah. And that was easy money. That was easy money.
I think it's garbage. Never again.
Yep. Shadow MMA prediction page in here. Excited to hear what your picks are that you have this weekend. Appreciate you showing up. MMA prediction page. That's on Instagram. Yep. SK said lost to the Leech too, Johnny. Damn judges. And Darian Weeks got robbed. I didn't have I had the over on that fight, but I thought he won that fight. I mean, he won one of the first two and he won the third, so I don't know. Cool.
I didn't have a bet on that fight either, and I picked Johan and he didn't win. There's no way.
Right.
He might have won the first round, and that was close too, but he did not win rounds 2 and 3, I thought.
Yep. Yoda said I had Aldana KO prop and under. I got so lucky. Yeah, on both, really.
Haunt my dreams. That 9 seconds, dude.
I thought she got kicked in the crotch, so I didn't think, you know what I mean? Because just the way I've never seen that from the bottom to the liver that.
The sucky part about it is like she went into like fetal position, and Jason like thought something was wrong, so he's like, "Are you okay?" And then she probably said no. And then he called it right there. So if she would have went on her back and like waited for Ike to get up and then maybe go down, like, try to get on top of her, it would have been like 10 seconds easy.
They say you die though when you get hit in the liver. Like you see the toughest people in the world, like Jeremy Stevens when Aldo got him in the liver. Like, dude, he's one of the toughest dudes to ever fight in the cage, and he just goes down and like you can't talk, because she would have just like went on her back, like she's laying there waiting for her to come on her now, but couldn't hide it, dude.
Yeah, I'm faulting her or like mad at her. I'm just mad at the situation and how it happened. I'm just like, well, kidding.
But it looked like she tapped in that first round though too. It kind of looked like she tapped in that first round. It was
weird because they were rolling around at the same time, and I don't even know if Jason saw the tap when she was rolling, and I don't know. I didn't really see it either until I like rewatched it real quick when I had some time just to see if she did. It kind of looked like it, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was. I've never seen anything like that. Dirty Reg said, "Did you see when the broadcast showing big $10,000 bet came through on Pickett? Somebody saw it. Who was it? Drake?
Probably some dumb idiot, whoever that was.
Drake.
Yeah,
they felt dumb. I guarantee it. But thanks for joining us too, Reg. Appreciate that. I hear the liver shot feels like getting stabbed. Yeah, the burn said classic Brazilian tap." All right, man, let's get into this fight card since we were a little bit late. Okay. First fight is in the women that I have is in the women's strawweight division. I got Loma Lookboonmee versus Denise Gomes, and I'll let you start this one off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Loma here. I just think striking wise, I think she's a little bit better. Both these fighters are like kind of short and kind of small, but
Yeah.
she's got really good striking though. She's got good kicks. She has good pressure. She can use some wrestling if she wants to, but mainly she's a striker. And Gomes, when we saw her in the Dana White Contender Series, she looked pretty decent. She's hittable at times. She was kind of slow starting in that fight, and she kind of worked her way up as the fight went on, and she looked better and better. But I just think with Loma's experience, I think she's a little bit more technical. I think she'll be able to outstrike Gomes here. I don't see a knockout or anything or a submission unless it's maybe like a fluky, weird situation. But I think it'll go to decision. But I like Loma here to win maybe at least 2 rounds. So I don't have a bet on this fight. Actually, you know what? I think I might. I think I have a. I think I have a. The fight goes to round 3 or starts round 3. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I think
like
that's about it. So yeah. Just give me Loma here by decision.
Yeah, I like that. Loma's just way more experienced. I mean, she's only 6-3 and the other girl's only 6-1, but Loma's got, a lifetime of Muay Thai. Just excellent experience. I like her grappling. I like her to be able to land them trips out of the clinch and stuff like that. And like you said, the one girl seems kind of dangerous, but it's only because she's fought low level girls. So I think in this fight, it's definitely going to go over unless I think Loma's going to actually take her down a couple times, burn some time on the ground. So give me a Loma by a decision, just like
I can see her use her wrestling maybe in the second round after she feels her out after the first round of striking, maybe just to see if she can get some reads in. And she knows she's the better striker at that time. She'll probably just stay on her feet. But
that's what I'm thinking. We got Shadow. He said, Johnny, what bookie do you use?
I mainly use DraftKings, but I also use Caesar Sportsbook, the one that Cody uses as well. But I just go online. He actually goes to the casino.
Yeah. Cost me sometimes. Cost me on Saturday. That's another thing because some fights got changed. That I drove to the casino and put in some new bets, and that's when I put in the Leach bet. I put in that Collier parlay. I didn't have him in any parlay or nothing before that, so it actually cost me. But yeah, CJ said Loma by decision, but absolutely no bets on this fight. Lower level women's MMA. Yeah. Yep. Dirty Red said Loma don't got any pop at all. She doesn't. That's the only thing. She's not dangerous, but she's a good fighter. Good fight IQ too. Effie said Loma gonna kick the shit out of this girl. I don't get the line movement. Yeah, me neither. I mean, it could play out a little close, I guess, but I think Loma's gonna have the grappling advantage and actually use it. Yeah. Victor said Loma a lot. Yep. A lot.
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't say a lock because it is a low-level women's MMA, but I do think she's the better fighter of the two. I mean, but I could see it go either way. If Loma has a bad day or something, who knows? That's why with like lower women's MMA fights, I'll just bet the over or fight to go to round 3. Like in parlay, please.
Something you definitely know is going to hit. All right. We'll get into this next fight. What's this? SK said, why does blood money actually go to the casino and make bets like it's 1990s? No online bets. Well, I bet online before I used to, but then I'll bet on everything. Like I would have took the $330 that I won on MMA and I would have put in a bet on this like football, like, and bet on everything and take my profit from that and do that. And then also I'd be live betting. I cut all that stuff out. That's all. I don't want to gamble. I want to bet. Like I want to think out my bets for a week and a half, watch all this tape, sit at my house, make the bets, go, this is what I'm betting. I drive to the casino. I put my bets in. I watch the fights. Then there's no chasing bets. There's no chasing losses. There's none of that. And I usually end up winning. And it's just it's on my way to work, so it's not like I'm driving, 10 hours and nothing to get there. And it's easier for me. I learned it. It's hard for me to control myself gambling online.
Yeah. No, I get it. At the same time, I usually put in like a bet or two of football every week or something. Or if I like a baseball game and I'm watching it, I always like to have a little skin in the game or a Dana White Contender Series. I'll put that in. I have to like limit myself though. I'm like, okay, one bet only. Right. If I win or lose, it is what it is. So.
Yep. And see, that's the good thing is my casino hasn't let me bet. They haven't had Dana White Contender Series all year. And I go there on Tuesday, which is good because I would have lost some money. I know I'd have lost some money this year. So, because it's been fucking crazy on there. So I haven't bet on none of that. But Eventually, though, I will. If I could ever get to be doing this stuff full time, where I could break down LFA, Dana White Contender Series, Bellator, and all that, I'll do all that and make some money on that. But I need to study everything before I just put a bet in. I need to know what I'm doing for sure. He said, like, and I'm from the '90s. I'm an '80s baby. Dirty Red said, "You bet online. The online sites know you're gonna keep your money on the site, and so and they'll make different cash out stuff, and like they're giving you odds boost. They're just trying to get you to gamble. Like, and I can't do it. I just want, because listen, I've been gambling for a long time, and trust me, these are little things that I've learned to cut out to keep my bankroll growing instead of like, because when I first started, even I would use some of my UFC money. I'd go to the casino, maybe stop and play blackjack, and I'd make $175 on MMA, which took me a week and a half studying, figuring all that, and I'd go lose it or something in blackjack or a slot machine in like 12 minutes. Like I was so pissed. Yeah. I don't even bet at the casino no more. Ice Viking said, "I hear you, Cody. Sometimes I use my winnings and bet irresponsibly on others, just to like you said, just to have a little action in the game. But over a year, that little action, even if you're doing $10-15, could add up to $900 that you could have had in full just stuff you fully know." But I get it. Gambling's fun as fuck. Don't get me wrong. It's super fun. But Shadow said Zohuber is a lock in my opinion. I like that. The one and only. Yep, learned all that the hard way. Only been gambling for a year, and I already learned my lesson to not chase LOL and limit my bets. Yeah, it's all about money management, man. Everything in this game is about money management. Now, if you're just like, I also like to gamble and have fun, I don't expect to like want you like make anything or build a bankroll. You're just trying to have fun. I get that too, but everything's going to be about, because there's fights, dude, that I see that I'm like, man, I want to bet $5,000 on this guy. He's going to fucking crush him, but the rules is the rules. But you just keep building. I just bet, finally broke plus 50 units. I'm like 50.2 units. So happy as hell about that. Yeah, but all right, let's get into this next fight. I got them out of order, but I'll go back to some. But the women's flyweight, Mariya Agapova versus Gillian Robertson. Man, in this fight's super, super hard to pick. Like, I keep going back and forth because Gillian Robertson ain't as good as Marina Moraes. Like, to be like her, I don't feel like her wrestling and strength is as good, but she does have good wrestling, good strength. And but if she can't get this fight to the ground, dude, she's gonna get beat up really bad. And I think she can get the fight to the ground. She got Agapova on short notice, but she's got to stay safe. Keep going for takedowns. I'm gonna pick Robertson by sub just because I've seen little gas tank problems and almost like heart problems with Agapova. She kind of got beat down by Moraes last fight. But I'm gonna take Gillian Robertson. I'm gonna take her by sub if she wins. But I bet the under 2.5. I got it at is at minus 150, so I have 2.25 units to win 1.5 units, and that's what I like. I really think I think either Gillian Robertson gets this fight to the ground, and by her second or third takedown in that first or second round, she should be able to get a sub. She's got really good jiu-jitsu, and if she can't get the fight to the ground, I think Agapova takes her out savagely on the feet. So yeah, I bet the over.
Yeah, I like Gillian here too. Agapova is one of those fighters where I told myself she's going to be an auto fade ever since like her last fight. Like, I'm never going to pick her again until she shows me consistent progress. And yeah, I got to go with Gillian here, especially. And Agapova's weakness is grappling when she's on her back, and Gillian's strength is grappling. So to me, I think it's going to happen eventually. She's going to eventually get her taken down. Might not be the first round. It could be might not even be the second round, but the third round, I know Agapova will be gassed and she'll up an easy takedown, and then she'll get rear naked choke or arm bar or something like that. I don't think Agapova will knock out Gillian. She is pretty tough. She took a lot of shots from a couple fighters, but I know Agapova does have the power, but I think it's going to be like first round or nothing. But I like Gillian to get the sub, though. I don't have a bet on this fight. I was thinking about doing the under. I do like that, or a Gillian by sub, just prop bet.
Right. But
it's I can't do it. I can't pull the trigger on this one, so I'm just gonna wait back and just watch it.
Watch it. Yeah. I can't blame you. I think that, I mean, it's like the perfect storm. Both these girls have finished 8 out of 10 of their wins, so they're both finishers, and that's just the way that they both fight, and then you add in a suspect gas tank for one of them. I think this goes under all day. So but I don't know who's going to win. I'm not confident in either one of these girls. I've seen them both give up. I've seen them both get broken in fights. So and it's either it's going to stay standing or it's going to hit the ground, and that should really be who's going to win. But SK said Robertson by sub. Carlos said Agapova, but no bets. The fight's risky. Agree with that. Papa Chuck said Gillian is going to find that skinny ass Agapova neck. Okay, definitely possibility. Agapova loses again by sub. I don't want to pick a side here. I parlayed fight doesn't go the distance with Lookboonmee. That's a good bet. That's excellent. Yeah, that's an excellent bet. Gun to head. Who you like here, Ice? Yeah. Let's see. SK going for the 3-leg parlay this weekend. Van Camp, Sabatini, and Algio.
Okay.
Two of them's good.
Yes.
Burns. Agapova losing to Dobson is the biggest red flag a fighter could have, but Gillian is pretty horrible too. Yeah.
Well, that was the first red flag, and then the her last fight against was it Moraz, or you said? Like that was another red flag. She's just not. Either her heart's not in it, she has no cardio, or she's just really bad on her back when she's gets taken down. So any combination of those three is not a good look. That's why I can't pick her.
Right. I think Mariya beats the shit out of Gillian though too. So it's it's kind of it's a tough fight, man. If you bet either one of these girls, you're going to be sweating it because, like I said, if Gillian goes out there and looks terrible trying to get a takedown, and Agapova's a big, strong girl, shucking her off, dude, and hitting her with them long combos that she throws, dude. You get them Macy Barber flashbacks when Robertson couldn't get the fight to the ground and basically quit.
True. And I think Gillian does have a little bit more heart, obviously. I think she's tougher, I think, as well. Yeah. I think Agapova's a better hammer than a nail, if that's what they like to say. But especially when she's on her back. So,
right. Yep. And Ice Viking said, Dirty Red's gun to head. Gillian finds the sub. I agree with that. Burns said short notice Agapova is going to gas. Yeah, the short notice. Yep, that all definitely adds to it.
I don't see her going 2 rounds at least, and even if she does, Gillian will win the third and get us up.
Right. Right. At some point by that second or third round, that's going to happen.
Yep. And maybe that's the sprinkle bet would be Gillian by sub in the third round or second round.
Yeah. I seen on some sites they already have that that over under at 1.5 now. I got it at 2.5. Yeah, now I've seen on one it was down to like 1.5, but it was plus money at 1.5, but it'll go back to because like both these girls are finishers, man. And they both show they ain't got heart. One shows they gas. They're both finished, 80%. Both of them has finished 80% of their fights. I like it.
It is minus 1.5 now.
And I got the 2.5. I got it at minus 150, but that's a whole nother round of gas. So
true.
I like that. Next fight is in the men's middleweight division. We got Alen Amedovski versus Joseph Pyfer. Who do you like in this one?
Oh, I like Joseph Pyfer here. I think this is my lock of the night. I know he's probably the biggest favorite though, but I just think he's the better fighter overall. I think he's got more power. I think he's the better striker. He's definitely going to be the better wrestler and grappler. But I don't see this fight going out of the first round. I think Pyfer should get the knockout here, or if he wants to go use his wrestling and maybe wrap up a submission or something like that, he could do that too. But I think it'll be by knockout in the first round. I'm just not a big fan of Alen here. He's just a striker. He's kind of a smaller striker for the division too. And he's going to give up 4 inches of height and then 1 reach of reach. So I like Pyfer here. I can only go by the things that I saw in Dana White Contender Series, and he looked really, really good. And I think he can look just as good in this fight too, because I'm not impressed with Alen here. So.
Yeah, man. That was perfectly said. I'm with you on that. Alen Amedovski looks terrible. He looks like a brawler.
Yep.
That ain't even that good at brawling. So I'm definitely with you. Pyfer's way more well-rounded. He could get a club and sub. He could get just a KO. He could get the sub. He's just got to make sure he protects himself because Amedovski does come out hard, putting pressure on people, walking them backwards, like he did against Joseph Holmes until he caught that knee to the face. But Yeah, man, give me Pyfer. I think he gets him out of there within 2 rounds. I don't know. The over-under is probably 1.5.
It's 1.5, yeah.
I mean, history tells you he should be able to get him out of there in that time, but
yeah,
that's
I actually bet Pyfer in a parlay, and I also did the under 1.5 in another parlay. A lot of their Alen's finishes or he loses within a round and a half. There's a couple that he barely squeaked by a round and a half that he won, but and then Pyfer usually finishes too. So I just don't think this is getting out of the first round, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they're both going to go pretty nuts, and like you said, give me Pyfer all day in that, and definitely, I mean, the grappling advantage too. So,
yep.
We got the Burns said fade anyone who loses to Holmes. Yeah,
I think Holmes is decent. I know he lost to Pickett of all people, but it was his UFC debut, and I think he's a better fighter than that personally. He looked really weird in his debut, and I think he's just, I don't know, maybe it was just the jitters and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Carlos said Pyfer, I got him in one of my parlays, and I also got bet fight doesn't go the distance, which I think it's easily definitely smart pick. Dirty Red said got to Pyfer, Alen coming in off 3 L's. He's already struck. Yeah, and he's got these 2 fast losses. He's the worst fight IQ in the history of fight IQ, dude. He came out and fought John Phillips, who's another brawler that his only chance to win is brawling. This dude came out and just started throwing punches with him and got knocked out in, I think, 15, 17 seconds. So terrible fight IQ.
Yeah.
Terrible fight. All right, we'll go to the next one. We'll get into one of these good ones, man. Let's go to Tony Gravely versus Javid Basharat. You know did you start that last one?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, this fight is going to be excellent, man. All week I wanted to go bet Basharat so bad, because especially when the line started dropping and everything, and I still like him, man. I like Tony Gravely. Obviously, he's got great wrestling. He's got good striking. He's got power in his striking. But that's pretty much against like other strikers that aren't that great. You've seen like even Nate Maness was able to knock him out. He caught Nate Maness early, but he's well-rounded fighter, and he's got pretty good fight experience. You know, he's been in the UFC for a little while. Javid Basharat, man, this dude looks really good though. He's so well-rounded. His striking is phenomenal, real crispy, real clean. He's got good spinning stuff. He just seems like an all-around great fighter, and he's very, very tough. He took some big shots from Trevin Jones in their last fight, and was eating them fine. Went three tough rounds with him. Really good fight, man. He's got really good forward pressure. I like that. That kind of wears on people. And Tony Gravely's been known to gas out a little bit. So if Gravely can't get them takedowns, I think that Basharat's going to be able to just beat him up standing up. And then even on the ground, Basharat's pretty dangerous there too. And he's got good takedown defense. He's got great cardio. So I'm all over Basharat myself. I got him in a parlay. I actually put in a little parlay, like a 1.1 unit parlay. That's really good plus odds, because both the dudes in it I wanted to bet individually, but it just made more sense to just do it this way because they were kind of big favorites. But who do you like?
Yeah. I actually, this is going to be a really close fight. I was kind of going back and forth with, and I actually like both guys. I think they're both really good, and it's a very, very good fight, good matchup, whoever made this matchup. But I ultimately decided to go with Gravely here. I just think with his wrestling, and the only thing that kind of worries me with going with him, though, I'll say it right now, is the sub defense. Like, he's always susceptible for like a guillotine or like a rear naked choke or something like that, because he's always the shorter fighter, which Javad could totally get here. But I'm going to go with Gravely. Like I said, I think he'll use his wrestling, and I think he'll be able to get the takedowns to get some control time. And on the feet too, I know Basharat's good too. But you know what? Gravely has decent striking himself. He's got good counters. He's got good power. I know, like you said, in the Maness fight, he caught Maness, and if there was like 10 seconds left in the first round, he would have won that fight. And unfortunately, in the second round, he's the one that got caught, and then he lost. So he doesn't really get like knocked out. I think that was his only knockout. He just gets subbed. So I'm just worried about that. On the feet, he might. I mean, he's got the power advantage, I think, and he's a pretty good counter puncher. So I'm just going to take a roll of the dice here. I don't have a bet on it. I think the only thing that I did was this fight to go to round 2 for my round parlays, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, like that.
And also, Gregory's going to have the UFC experience here, so it's going to be a tough fight. This is going to be the Basharat's toughest fight of his career, actually. If you go back and look at all the people he fought, like by far, it's not even close.
Right.
So, and this is a tough test. So I'm gonna go with the veteran here, who's been in the UFC. I think it's gonna be a very close decision, though. Like maybe even a split, because I can see it go either way here. It just depends on if Gravely can work his wrestling more, because on the feet, I think he'll lose on the feet. If it's just a striking match, he's going to have to wrestle. So I'm going to roll a dice here.
Yeah, man, I agree with all that. Gravely, he should have the wrestling advantage. So yeah, man, it's going to be a really good fight. And if you got Gravely at good plus money odds, I can't blame anybody for picking Gravely.
I was thinking about it at like plus 155, but I went with a couple different underdogs instead. I just used them for the pick, but it's going to be close though. That's why I couldn't do it, because I know it's going to be a close fight.
Right. We got Ranch from Capper Comparison in here. He said Pyfer's biggest favorite on the card. Move on. What's up, Ranch? Everybody go check out his Capper Comparison page too. Great shows every week. Great shows. Great live on Friday night too. I want to get back on one of them soon. I need to get off work. We got my boy eBay's Fight Predictions in here. Another great channel with UFC predictions. He's got all the newest info. He drops out like sparring footage, all kinds of stuff, man. Go check out his page. It's awesome. eBay says, congratulations at 1K. Thank you. I joined the 1K club. I know he's at 1K. Range is at 1K. You guys, I'm part of the team now. I'm in the club. He said, blood is the man. I appreciate you, man. Like I said, everybody go check out eBay's stuff, man. He's good. And he's young, super young, and he's been doing this for a long time. He just had COVID, so I hope he's better. The Burns, Basharat is going to snatch up Gravely's neck, and that's a big yes. That's a good possibility. I'm hoping so. I got him on my parlay. Excuse me. Carlos said, my dude Basharat, I want to bet him. My mind says but my gut says no. Can't pull the trigger, but Basharat by decision. And that's what I was thinking, because I was going to have to put 240 to win 150. And Gravely's just a tough opponent, but I did, like I said, I put him in a parlay for 1.1 units to win 1.8 units. I believe it was like plus 155. So it made sense. The other guy was going to bet 270 to win 150, 2.7. So I'm like, I might as well just throw them in a little parlay, bet these other ones I really like.
That's kind of like me too. I like, my gut's telling me just stay away from this fight, but I like Gravely to win, but it's going to be close. And I'm like, I can't pull a trigger on a bet here. So
Right. The one and only, he said, anyone who beats Trevin Jones is a beast. Just look at how Saeed turned out. He was stunting on Ronnie Lawrence. Exactly. Saeed, he's a beast, definitely. Ranch says, Gravely going to get it done. He's only losing to the big names in MMA. Also, Gravely is a Virginia State wrestling champ. Yep, you can't go against that. Yeah. Gravely has good wrestling, man. He definitely does. He's going to have one more little path to victory, that's for sure. Nice fight here for sure. Yeah, it's going to be so fun to watch, man. Over 5, Gravely Basharat, what do we think? I think it. I like it. They're both dudes.
They're tough. They're tough to get out. So I can see definitely going over a round and a half.
Yup. All right. Here's another good one. Men's middleweight division. We got Anthony Hernandez versus Marc-Andre Barriault. Who do you like in this one?
I'm going to go with Fluffy here. And it's weird to go with him because I think I faded him twice, actually, even in his last fight. He impressed me, actually, both those fights that he won recently against Rodolfo and then Josh Fremd. He's got very good grappling, very good wrestling and takedowns. Not the greatest striker, but he knows that, and that's why he goes for takedowns like pretty consistently, and he has good cardio to do that. And with Marc-Andre, I mean, I think he will be the better striker, but he does have good wrestling. But I don't think his grappling is up to snuff for Fluffy here. I think Fluffy's going to definitely take him down eventually. It might not be the first time. It might take a couple times, but I think he'll get him down there. And then he's just going to go to town the rest of the fight because I think Marc-Andre will kind of start to fade a bit, and then Fluffy will take over in the later rounds maybe. So I like Fluffy here a lot here. I did say he's going to win by submission, maybe the second or third round. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a Marc-Andre fan. I did bet him a couple times, and I picked him, and he didn't look that great in a couple of fights, but he did fight pretty decent guys, so I can't hold that against him too much. But I'm just more impressed with Hernandez and his cardio and wrestling and grappling here. I think that's what's going to win him the fight. If he can't do it, though, I think he will lose for sure. He can't do it on the feet. So
right. Yeah, I'm the opposite of you, where I'm not impressed with Fluffy Hernandez and Marc-Andre Barriault. Like I like him as a fighter. Fluffy Hernandez can't take a punch to the stomach. There's one thing. Like if you watch, that's how he got beat by Perez. He got hit to the stomach, ended up getting in it was kind of like a club and sub with the stomach shot. Jin Young Park hurt him to the stomach. Kevin Holland finished him with a body shot within like 45 seconds. So his striking is definitely not that good. He's got good wrestling. He's got good cardio and decent cardio and like good jiu-jitsu. But Marc-Andre Barriault has never been submitted in amateurs or pros. And it's like 26, 27 fights or something. I like him. I think Marc-Andre, he's got the better striking, definitely. You know, he's going to throw a little more power. He works the body really well. Like if you watch in Marc-Andre Barriault's, he works the body really well. He can be taken down, but his get up game is phenomenal. Like he can get up super easy. You've seen Jordan Wright, which is a big dude, take him down twice. He just got up, ended up reversing it and getting that mounted guillotine. And Anthony Hernandez, I feel like he comes out, especially in his last fight, and he just rushes the takedown, rushes all of his stuff, and puts all of his energy in it. And Marc-Andre Barriault has a great gas tank. His nickname is a power bar because he usually, that's like his weapon, is usually outgassing somebody. And I believe that he's got a better gas tank than Hernandez. And I believe that if he can start reversing, like at first, like Hernandez is going to win that first round, I'm sure of it. He's going to come out, he's going to go super hard, take Barriault down a couple times, but Barriault is going to get up. And once, like you even seen in the second round in the Fremd fight, like Hernandez slowed down a little bit. Fremd got on top of him for a little while.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Fremd was on short notice too, and he's really not all that good. And then luckily in the third round, Fremd gassed out, and then Hernandez was able to get back on top of him. But Marc-Andre Barriault, man, fighting out of Killcliff, you know, the old Sanford gym. I like him. He's pretty well rounded. Like I said, he can be taken down, but he gets right back up. If he gets on top himself, he can put a beating on Hernandez, man. And standing up, it's not even going to be close. Like I think it could be close, but I think that Barriault's got more power and definitely good variety of strikes. And I think he's tougher. I really do think he's tougher. So I actually bet Barriault. I'll have to look at the ticket, but I think I bet like maybe 1.4 units to win 2.1. Something like that. Got him at plus 145. And I think that this is a pretty even fight. And usually Hernandez uses his gas tank to win fights. And you're fighting another dude with an excellent, maybe even better gas tank with better striking. So if Barriault, by say that second round, can start keeping this fight standing, he's going to start beating up Fluffy, man. I don't like Fluffy's heart neither that much. But I mean, I think he's a good fighter and all that. But
yeah, let's
see. We got Carlos said, I got Fluffy in this fight by a grind out decision, and I do have him in one of my parlays. I can't blame you. Yeah, the Burn said, don't sleep on Barriault, dude. He's tough. Luke, what's up, Luke? He said, parlay Giles to Sandhagen. Let's go, y'all. I like that one. Dirty Red said, not a bad play on power bar at the odds. Yeah, plus 140. This should be more like a pick 'em because, like I said, maybe if Barriault's been subbed a couple times in his career, showed a weak ground game, but he really hasn't. He's been taken down in the UFC, but he gets back up. You know, like I think most people don't have like a ton of control time on him. So it's going to be a really good fight. I'll take the dude with the better striking and the plus money, but go ahead.
I was going to say, what's funny is usually I do take the better striker. If there's a striker versus grappler matchup and it's close, I usually take the striker. But for whatever reason, this fight, I like Fluffy. I don't know why. But it is what it is.
I can't blame you, dude. He's good. It's going to be a good fight. Nobody's that's the thing. Like, well, I'm going to take that plus 145 because nobody's going to dominate nobody in this fight. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be a back and forth crazy, especially two dudes with that good of cardio. I like it.
Yeah. And I think I got the Fluffy parlayed with Pyfer. I think that was my parlay.
Yeah, and it probably got pretty good odds because I mean,
I got plus money on. I think like plus 101 or 102 or something like that.
Right, and yeah, it should be a good fight. We'll move on to this next fight. It's in the men's welterweight division. We got Trevin Giles versus Luis Cosce. This is gonna be a good fight. I think Trevin Giles, way more UFC experience. More well-rounded, in my opinion. He's a little bit bigger. He's going to have 3 inches of height. He's going to have 3 inches of reach. I think he's going to have a speed advantage. I think he's going to have like a variety of strike advantage. maybe a gas tank advantage. Probably not a fight IQ. I don't know. That might be even because he's got terrible fight IQ. But I'm going to take Giles. I'm going to take him by second or third round finish when Cosce gasses out, because he throws power in everything he does. But I also didn't bet this fight because I wouldn't be shocked if Giles been knocked out at 170 in his last the only 2 times he's fought down there, and he's been knocked out both times. So I don't know if it's the weight cut because he was fine at 185 as far as not getting knocked out. He got subbed. But yeah, man, I take Giles, but I stay away from this fight because Cosce has power, man. He has decent boxing. Okay, he ain't gonna be able to use his wrestling on Giles, but he's got decent power. So I just stayed away from this fight. Both these dudes are really suspect.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Giles as well. Just like you said, the UFC experience. Let's see, is this welterweight? Yeah, it's welterweight again. So yeah, his last fight he fought Michael Morales, and that guy's a beast. And then the fight before that, it was at middleweight, and he fought Duplessis, and that guy's a beast. So I don't think Cosce is nowhere near the level of those guys. I think he's able to survive the first round, and even if he loses it, I think Cosce is going to start fading and maybe fade fast because he's got about a round of cardio in him if he goes all out. And I like Giles here to get the win. I think I said by knockout in the second round. I think, and just because. Cosce is going to be gassed here, and the only bet that I have on this fight is fight doesn't go the distance, and I think that'll happen one way or another. It's going to be in the first round for Cosce or second or third round Giles here. So I don't think this will be the judges' scorecards at all.
Yeah, I like that. Cosce, we got to see if he fully gassed out because it's weird because like in his other fights, obviously he gets real quick finishes, but in that Sasha fight. He did what like Collier did, where he had Sasha hurt really bad and went to get him out of there, went for finish and gassed himself out. So it seems like the way he fights with very explosive moves and power and everything he does that he probably will slow down, but we'll have to see. This could be
he carries a lot of weight for him though. He's very small for a welterweight. He's 5'9".
Yeah.
And like that's like lightweight territory. So he's carrying that extra muscle, and he's already a bigger guy. Like he's not like a fat welterweight. Like he's muscular welterweight.
Right.
So to me, like it's going to be hard for his cardio. I don't think he's going to be able to go more than a round and a half here.
Right. Especially, I mean, hopefully Trevin Giles pushes a pace on him.
Yeah. Or at least survives the first round and then push the pace on him in the second round when he's already gassing a little bit. So
right. Yeah, Reg said not a bad play on power bar at the odds. Yeah, I like that. Dirty Reg said seems like it really could go either way on this one. Thoughts on Van Camp Moto? We'll be that one here in a minute.
Yep.
Carlos said toss-up fight and the odds kind of feel like a trap, maybe under 2.5 rounds or something. Yeah, I like that. I think that that under, because I mean both these dudes showed that they can get finished and they can finish people. So I like that bet. Like that.
Yeah, I think the fight doesn't go the distance, or the under 2.5 is the play on this fight. I wouldn't bet one way or another. It can go either way, really.
Right. All right, we'll go on to this next fight. Is in the men's featherweight division. We got Damon Jackson versus Pat Sabatin. Who you got in this one?
This is going to be a very good one, and I like both fighters too. This is like another like Gravely versus Basharat for me, but I'm going to go with Sabatini here. I've been going with Jackson a lot as the underdog, and he's been cashing every freaking time, except he was the big favorite in his last fight and still won though. But I like Sabatini just a little bit more. I think he's going to be the better striker. I know he's a little bit smaller, but he's going to be quicker, and I think grappling, I think he's going to be quicker. He's better. Sweeps, I think reversals if he does get taken down, and they both are really good grapplers, but I just think Sabatini is just a little bit better and a little bit like one step ahead of like a notch with everything here. So I'm gonna go with Sabatini. I got a money line bet on him at like minus 180. I think that's a good line. I did see him at like minus 200, 220, and I stayed. I didn't like it, but then someone must have bet a whole bunch of money on Jackson. I'm like, I'm okay with 180. That's a good line for a money line bet for him. It's going to be close though. It's going to be a good fight. I do see it going to the judges' scorecards too.
Yeah. Yep. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree with a lot of that, man. Sabatini, he should have the better offensive wrestling. It seemed like Damon Jackson's defensive wrestling isn't that great. These dudes are both going to have really good scrambles. Like I got Pat Sabatini by decision. because they're both like the mirror of each other. They both got, college wrestling. They both wrestled in college. Sabatini's a little more decorated. Both jiu-jitsu black belts, both love the scramble, both got really good cardio and toughness. So, I mean, this is going to be a really good fight. I'm like you, dude. I wanted to bet Sabatini real big. But dude, it worries me. The only things that worry me is when you watch Damon Jackson fight Masad Bektik, where Bektik took him down like 7 times, dude. And for the first 2 rounds, was just working him, doing whatever he wanted, but he couldn't sub him. And he would take him down, transition, do all kinds of stuff, hit some ground and pound. But by the third, when he started gassing, which Bektik gasses like that, though, that's like his thing.
Yeah.
Jackson took over. And, it was like a good back and forth grappling match like that. So, and I think that this is what that's going to be. And I just don't, I don't think Sabatini will gas out. We haven't seen him gas out, but we haven't seen him fight another grappler on this level. So it's going to be back and forth, man. Yeah. And I'm going to take Sabatini by decision, but I wouldn't be like completely shocked if somehow Damon Jackson was able to pull this out, because he's super good too, and
yeah,
you never know. Somebody could catch somebody in a weird submission that you're not expecting or something.
Sure. But, and I do like Sabatini's fight IQ. I think he and like you said, I think he is a better offensive wrestler too. So I don't think he's gonna like go submission over position. I think he'll be position over submission, especially in this fight, because he knows he's working against a very good grappler, and I think he uses wrestling more so than his BJJ and like submission. So I do see a decision here. Like I think he'll want to control him on the mat more so than try to go for a submission.
Right. And Sabatini is one of these Philadelphia, the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu dudes that's just like beating people down in the UFC. They're undefeated. And with Brady, him, they have one more good fighter there too that's in the UFC. But yeah, man, I'm with you. I got Sabatini, but it's tough. What bets did you say you had on him?
Just the money line bet here. Just I got a minus 180.
Oh yeah, that's a good line. It's already going back up a little bit, ain't it?
I'll look real quick, but once I saw it at 180, I was like, yeah, that's okay for a money line parlay bet.
Right.
Just put the value, and then I can get an easier one just to make it plus money.
Right. Yeah. SK said Sabatini. Yoda said Sabatini gonna get it. He does look so good too. I want to see Sabatini win too. The Burn said the people's main event for sure. I would like to see this in a main event, 5 rounds with these boys.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Carlos said, I like Sabatini on this fight. I love him in this fight, and I put him in one of my parlays. Yep, I cannot blame you. Miguel said Damon Jackson looked terrible. He did look terrible in his fight with Mitch. Or not Mitch.
It was Daniel
Argueta. Yep. He said he gassed after 1.5 rounds against an opponent that came in on short notice. Yep, because that dude wouldn't accept the bottom position for Jackson. Jackson just, it looked so weird. He said he cramped up or some shit in his last fight. Yeah, because I was nervous. I had a bet on him.
Yeah, I did too.
I actually bet the under, and then I thought he was going to lose too. It looked like at one point, maybe in the third, he might get finished or some shit. So yeah,
I think he was a minus 500 favorite, and I had him in a parlay, and I was like sweating, and I'm like, oh shit,
sweating it. Yoda said Sabatini Pyfer parlay minus 110. I like that. The Burn said this fight is coming down to who gasses first. Definitely. And Sabatini looked like he slowed down a little bit when I rewatched him in his Tristan Conley fight, but he still wasn't like gassed out, but he slowed in that third, and that's why he was kind of moving around.
Him too, like you see some grapplers that do this, like they look like they're gassed, but once they get on the mat and they're in control, like of the positions, like they
come
just
back alive.
And you're like, whoa, like you have grappling endurance, but you don't have like striking endurance, if you want to say. Like you can't stay on the feet for too long, but then you get on the, you're like, oh, here we go, and you're really fast and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's always good because they got like the muscle memory. Like if you're a wrestler and you're striking and you're not used to that, using them muscles as much and all that, you're gonna gas out more. Your arms ain't built for that. But let them strikers, when they got to go to the ground and grapple, you see when they get back up, they're like fucking on jello. That's why you got to grapple them wrestlers. That's why strikers. That's why in this next fight, I'm hoping that's what happens. To this next fight is in the men's light. Yeah, the men's lightweight division, which will be Nicholas Mota versus Cameron Van Camp. And I put in a bet on Van Camp, man. I watched the tape. The kid's big. He's got good striking himself. Like he can be hit, but who can't? but good striking himself with decent power, and then he's got good wrestling, good grappling, and he's a giant dude. In this fight, he's going to have a 5-inch height advantage and a 4-inch reach advantage. That's huge. 6'2" to 5'9" is pretty big. I like Nicholas Mota. I like his boxing. That's about the only thing that I see. He's tough and he's got good boxing, but other than that, man, he's got a suspect chin. His ground game is not like bad. Like he's got pretty good takedown defense, but he's not fighting dudes as big as Van Camp. And I think Van Camp should have a good enough striking with him to be able to strike him. Plus, like I said, Mota's chin, bro. I watched him get knocked out in like a minute by some dude that wasn't really that good. He's been finished. He's been finished 5 times, including his tough loss. He's only 12-4, but he got finished on the tough show too. And he can be very hittable at times. And I just didn't understand why he was minus 240. You know what I mean? These dudes are like ranked right next to each other in the world. They're like, actually, I think that Van Camp's ranked higher as a welterweight than Mota is as a lightweight. You know what I mean? Mota's like 140. But I'm just hoping, like I watched Van Camp, decent power. You've seen him hit Fajeda last time. Isn't that what's his last name? Fiallo. Cracked him last fight, had him hurt at 170, got finished himself, but Fiallo's a beast. Fiallo would knock out Mota too. But yeah, man. I just think that Cameron Van Camp can stand with Mota, maybe even hurt him himself. And hopefully he uses some grappling to wear out Mota to be able to, clinch him up against cage, land some takedowns, use some ground and pound, and hopefully be able to get a decision. I got him at plus 180. And I think the line should be closer because neither one of these dudes are that great. Like Nicholas Mota shouldn't be minus 240 to anybody in the UFC yet, period. Like, his first fight, he got knocked out by Jim Miller, which is kind of a worse look than the Fiallo one. But give me Cameron Van Camp. I think he can get by decision. I'm hoping plus 180. I put 1.25 units to win 2.25, I believe. It's 2.25. And I think that he's got more skills, more path to victory because he's got good striking himself, and then he's got good grappling. So what do you think on that?
Yeah, like I said earlier, like usually I go with the striker over the grappler, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to go with the striker over the grappler. I do think Mota's striking is better. I'm not saying Van Camp has bad striking, but if this fight gets to the mat, like it's going to be Van Camp all day. But Mota has good takedown defense. I think he's going to be a little bit quicker too as well. But yeah, both these guys, like they're finishers. Actually, they finish people, but they also get finished a good amount of time as well. So I don't have a bet on this fight for money lines. I have the fight doesn't go the distance and a parlay with the other one I said.
I like that.
I think one of them will finish this fight, whether it's by submission or knockout here. But I did go with Mota, like I said. I just think he'll be able to just stuff the takedowns for the majority of the time and outstrike him maybe. I know he's going to be the smaller fighter, so it might be hard at first, but as the fight goes on, I think he'll be able to like 29-28 decision or something like that. Like this is a weird fight for me. I just went with the striker, and I could see it go either way, to be honest.
Right? Yeah. I just didn't like Mota's chin.
It wasn't that great. No.
Right.
That's why I just for betting purposes. That's why I took the fight doesn't go the distance because of that reason. Like Jim Miller was able to knock him out pretty. I wouldn't say like brutally, but pretty cleanly.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like that huge of a shot. It was a nice shot, but I mean, and he dropped. I think it was like a check left hook or something like that.
Yeah, and then Mota gets a lot of knockouts himself too, and then
he hits hard.
And then Van Camp also gets a lot of submissions too, so it could be a club and sub. So that's why I like the fight doesn't go the distance. And it's really not even that bad of a line. I think it was like minus 200. So it's not that. It was a pretty good parlay piece. So that's why I took it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that it doesn't go. We got SK said Van Camp, let's go plus 200 dog. Nice line. Excellent line on that at plus 200. Carlos said Van Camp is my dog of the night. I got him at plus 185 straight up bet. Yeah, you guys both got better lines than me. It was plus 200 at my casino, but I couldn't get over there. I had to wait till the over-unders came out. And that's what the bad thing about sometimes betting, going to the casino. Sometimes I can't get the lines that I could get online, but I would just probably lose that money back. Yoda said weigh-ins will be interesting for Van Camp, but I got a money line bet too. Yeah, because this is the first time Van Camp's going down to 155 in a long time, like years. So
I forgot to bring that up. He's Like he hasn't been doing 155 in a while, so I don't know if he'll be able to make the weight, or if he does, like what's his cardio going to look like in the later rounds. So,
right. Yep. Yoda said I got the under in this as well. The Burns, the guy who just got knocked out by a 40-year-old lightweight versus a heavy-handed welterweight. Exactly, like a huge one too. Yeah, man. That's why even if Van Camp loses, the line shouldn't be where it's at. Like Mota shouldn't be minus 240 over anybody in the UFC. I like that comment, Burns. That was a good one. Dirty Red said Mota can starch. Don't get it twisted. Definitely, he does hit hard. Definitely, that's that's definitely a possibility, man. I'm going Mota. He could take the decision for sure if he don't land though. Yeah, Mota has great hands, dude. I like his boxing. I like his striking, but at plus 180, I think that Mota should be more minus like 150.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it's not. I mean, at minus 250, you want somebody that's going to come out and just like kind of roll somebody a little bit.
True.
You know?
And both these guys are coming off losses in their UFC debuts, so it's hard to give somebody like a super like crazy favorite like his line is.
Right. All right, we will move up onto the next fight. We got in the men's lightweight division, we got Trey Ogden versus Daniel Zellhuber. Who do you like in this one, Johnny?
I like Zellhuber here. I think he's the more dynamic striker. He's going to have a huge reach advantage, and I want to say it's about like 5 or 6 inches. Let me get to it real quick. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, it's going to be like 5 or 6 inches. Like he's got a really big advantage. I think he's dynamic striker. He's got good kicks. He's got good straight punches. He looked good on the Dana White Contender Series against Almeida. I know he went to decision, but his striking looked great. And I'm just really not that impressed with Trey Ogden. I know I watched some videos and a lot of people are saying don't sleep on him, but I'll be honest, I don't know. Maybe I am sleeping on him a little bit. I just don't think he's that great. I watched the Jordan Levitt fight live and he couldn't do anything to Jordan Levitt. Like not grapple. He couldn't grapple him. He couldn't strike with him, which that says a lot right there. If you can't strike with Jordan Levitt, you got problems. You got problems. So I'm going to take I don't want to say I'm taking a stab here, but this is a pretty easy like bet for me. And I put him in a parlay and I got him at like minus 260 range, like early in the week. I think he's up to like minus 300 now, but he's going to be, about almost 6 inches of height or reach advantage. So I'm taking the striker here. I know Ogden can strike and he can grapple. He's a better grappler than Daniel, but I like Zellhuber here a lot.
Yeah, man, I'm with you. Zellhuber is a savage, dude. His win on that Contender Series is amazing when you really see how actually good Almeida is. You know, the kid's tough. He's well rounded. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got good clinch. He's got good wrestling and takedowns himself. He's got phenomenal striking, kicks, punches, everything. Trey Ogden, like you said, man, he looked terrible against Jordan Levitt, but I've seen him in other fights against lower level competition outside the UFC where he looks really good, where his striking is crisp. He's got a nice head kick with his lead leg. Good grappling, seems really, really tough, but he did not show that in his last fight. But yeah, man, I'm with you, dude. I think Zellhuber's a beast. This kid's a real prospect to be watching out for. He's been fighting ever since he's still young right now, but he's been fighting since he was young for this, and well-rounded. I like this kid. I want to see what this kid does in the future. So I'm with you. I'm with you on Zellhuber, and I think that he could get a club and sub. I don't know if it'll be in the first, second, or third, but I think that he could get a club and sub in this fight. Anytime to stay standing, he should have the advantage. I think that Ogden, though, like against Jordan Levitt, like he didn't want to throw none of his head kicks and low kicks because he didn't want to get taken down. So I think that affected his game. But still, in this one, man, I really like Zellhuber.
Yeah, but my thing is, you shouldn't be scared of Levitt on the feet at all, like
or on the ground, really.
Yeah, I mean, more so on the ground you could be scared of, but like on the feet, like what's he gonna do? Like
kick your leg,
like take the leg kick and go in for the kill. Like that's what you need to do for him. I'm sorry, nobody's done it yet, and I like Jordan Levitt, but you have to rush him. And don't get taken down. You need to go rush in and take him down, or just go for the kill,
knock him out. Right. Yo. Yeah. So Herb Dean said, "What's up, guys?" He said, "What do you think of Agapova fight over 1.5? Robertson is hard to finish recently, and it'll be tough for her to get Agapova down and sub her that early in the fight. I bet the under 2.5. I think that the 1.5 is way more interesting." That's way because like even if Robertson's able to get Agapova down, Agapova might be able to last that long on the ground with Robertson because she did against Mariya. She got she got submitted sometime in the second round.
Yeah, it was like early second round, I believe.
So that one's real tough for her.
It is, yeah. I wouldn't feel too comfortable with over or under 1.5, but I do like the under 2.5 better.
Right. What's the line on that on the 1.5? Because I paid minus 150 for the 2.5.
I think it's like plus like 110, 115 range.
Oh wow, so that's already going to get down to the minus for the minus 1.5 or under 1.5. Yeah.
First round, it just depends because I can see it going into the second round. And then that's where I think someone's going to get finished is going to be in the second round. And I just don't know if it's going to be early or late. So
right, that's how I feel too.
That's where it is for me.
Let's see. Carlos said, I bet Zell Huber 3 times in 3 different parlays. I hope it doesn't bite me in the ass. He's my lock. I like him, man. That would be one of my locks. He's just such a good fighter.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to this next fight in the men's featherweight division. We got Andre Fili versus Bill Algeo. And yeah, man, I really like Andre Fili in this fight. I bet him. I got him at minus 125. And I feel like these dudes pretty much do the same thing, except Andre Fili's like better everywhere. I feel like he's got better wrestling, better, just as good, if not better, jiu-jitsu, because Andre Fili showed pretty good grappling. And then I believe he's got more technical striking and more power. Like he throws better combinations. Like Bill Algeo kind of beats you down over time, really uses his gas tank to wear you out, and then or let you beat on him a little bit or keep taking him down like he did to Brito, like where he just kept grappling with him till Brito gassed. But Andre Fili is not going to do that. He's going to strike with him, and I honestly think that he has like way better striking than Bill Algeo. He hits harder. He throws way better combos. Like I said, if it comes to wrestling, Bill Algeo, he's not going to take down Fili. Fili would be the one landing the takedowns, even though it's kind of dumb against Algeo because his get-up game's so good that you're just kind of wasting energy. But if you would like to steal around, Ricardo Ramos did that to him a little bit. He took him down like 7 times, couldn't really hold him down too much, but he was getting him down and stealing rounds. That's how I think he won. But I just favor Fili everywhere here. He hits harder. He has better striking, in my opinion, and all that. So I'm taking Andre Fili. I would say by decision, and I bet 1.9 units to win 1.5 on him. But it's going to be a good fight, a good, tough fight.
Yeah, it's going to be a close fight. Really good fight. I'm going with the underdog here. I like Algeo. I think his last couple fights, like, I don't know. He just looked like he's improving a little bit. He's got, like you said, good cardio. And I think the pressure, the pace, maybe he goes with that wrestling heavy game plan. Maybe he doesn't try to stay on the outside like Algeo likes to do and just kind of like, pick apart his opponent and then maybe push and like just out cardio his opponent. I know he's not going to be able to as easy here, but if he's able to get down Fili and make him grapple for most of the fight, I do think he'll be able to gas him maybe even a little bit. And I think that'll play dividends in the later round. But this is just my conspiracy theory, and this is why I'm picking him. I just think he'll be able to eventually get to Fili here. I don't think he'll make this a striking match because I do think he knows that he's not the better striker in this one. So he needs to use his wrestling and grappling. And if he gets taken down by Fili, I think he's okay with that. And he'll just try to reverse and get in better position and maybe go for a submission. And I think this will be more so a grappling match than a striking match. And then I like Algeo if that happens. And I know they're both good, but I'm going to go with the underdog. I think this is going to be, a closer match than a lot of people are thinking. I don't know.
I mean, it's a close match. Like whoever wins, they ain't going to die. Neither one of these dudes are going to dominate, but I like Andre Fili's strength of schedule. I mean, this dude's been in there with Holloway. He's been in there with Rodriguez. He's been in there with Sadiq. He's like the toughest guys in the world. Dude, his fight with Daniel Pineda, I know his last fight looks stupid because he got caught by Brito early. He just must have like went in overconfident. But if you watch his fight with freaking Daniel Pineda, dude, the combos and the power he was hitting him with, I think that he can stun Algeo. I don't think he gets him out of there, but I think he can stun him. Like I honestly don't see anywhere in this fight that Algeo's better except maybe like toughness. But that was the major factor for me too, is I've never seen Fili gas out. Like that's never been one of his problems. His problem's been like maybe getting taken down or just outstruck by Yair Rodriguez or Max Holloway or Sadiq Youssef. Brito was probably his worst loss, I would say. But Yeah, man, it's going to be a good fight. That's why it's almost a pick 'em. Like Algio almost became the favorite, but yeah, man, I think it'll be a real good fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. Like I said, I kind of just went with dog or pass here and for my bet. And I kind of liked Algio going in when I saw the early lines, anyways. So maybe I'm just going with like recency bias here too. I know Feely's good, but Feely, it just seems like he's kind of going down, and Algio is just going up. At maybe they're meeting at the right time.
That was another thing too that was weird to me when I looked on Tapology. Algio's older than Feely too, actually, but that's why. But like I said, Feely, man, he's fought the tough competition. Like Algio, if he was fighting all these dudes, he'd have a lot of L's too and be going down. Like I just like Feely. I really do. I'm not really impressed with Algio striking. Like to be honest,
he's just like a range striker. Like he'll just like do a jab, 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 and stay on the outside, and he can like out cardio you basically. That's what he does.
But see, Feely is super technical. When you throw that jab, he's going to know how to counter and throw like a 3-4 piece with a kick at the end. Like
true.
But it's going to be a good fight. I can't blame anybody for going either way on this fight. We got Papa Chuck said, is Uriah Faber going to be the Gilbert Burns in this fight and carry Feely out of the octagon? No, Feely would dust Burns too. He would get him out of there quick. Look what Pineda did to Herbert Burns, and then look what freaking Feely was doing to Pineda before Pineda quit. But MMA math don't work. But I'm telling you, Feely's a bad dude, and he's well-rounded, super well-rounded. I mean, the only way I see him losing if he goes out and keeps trying to fucking take Algio down for some reason. As soon as I had a bet on Brito against Algio, and as soon as he came out and just kept trying to take him down, dude, I'm like, this fucker is going to gas out, because that's not how you beat Algio. But I don't think that. And then that's another thing. Say Algio does hit Feely, hurt him or something, Feely actually will have the option to wrestle a little bit. But Carlos said Senor Perfecto by a very hard decision win. Last time Feely won a fight was a year ago, and he hasn't fought in a while. Got him at plus 115. Cannot blame that at all. Herb Dean said Andre Feely to just get as many, if not more, takedowns at minus 160. I mean, he's the better wrestler. Like in my opinion than Algio. But
sure. I think Algio is gonna go towards wrestling more so, because I don't think he's gonna have a lot of success on the feet early. And I think that's how he wins this fight, is maybe he'll get to Feely eventually and start getting takedowns and working his grappling.
Right.
Because I don't think he'll be able to win a striking match with Feely. There's no way.
Right. Yeah. Ranch from Kappa Comparison. Ranch said Algio was asked if he saw Feely's comedy show. Bill said no, but it's a good thing he has a backup career choice. Yeah, that's funny. And Feely, actually, his comedy show was funny. I've seen some of it. So the one and only said, I think Feely has already hit his peak, where Algio looks to be starting to go on a little run. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. Maybe their like careers are meeting at the trajectory. Like Algio's on a little high and Feely's on a little low. So
Burns is with me. Me and Burns, this is what we feel. Algio is the discount Feely with less mileage. I like that. Lil Seal, this is a must win for Feely. So, yeah. Derek Izzy, what's up, man? Appreciate you coming out and talking with us. He said VIP tickets to UFC 281 7,500. I need a parlay with plus 75,000 so I can get to go. Yeah, dude. Johnny will have you on that.
Just go crazy. Just start picking stuff that's insane.
Throwing darts at the wall.
First round sub, Gillian sub round 3.
Yeah, something weird. Round
like
2.
Get like 5 of those, you'll be good.
Herb Dean, the gold standard. Herb said Algio striking looks good on the numbers, but Feely has better power shots. Yeah, and combos, like technical. He's just more technical. Like Algio like throws shit out there just to like touch you. He's just like throwing shit. But Feely's real technical, and he'll throw a 5-punch and kick combo that'll fuck you up. Ice Viking said, I love this debate. Hard fight to predict, but I'm siding with Feely by decision. Yeah. GDG said, hey, Green Cap, why do you drink laxative?
Hey, Green Cap, I love that, man. Hey, this is whiskey, okay? And I mixed it with like, I don't know, something, and it's good, okay?
It's good. It's good drink.
Laxative later on, I'll guarantee that.
SK said Algio is short notice though. Yeah, unsure about his cardio this time.
He's always got good cardio though. I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, Dev the dude is here. What's up, Dev? Man, appreciate you showing up, bro. Everybody go check out his channel, his YouTube, his Twitter, everything. Dev the dude, man. Excellent information on everything, and he breaks down all the fights on for all the organizations. So it's awesome. And he's a funny dude. Next fight is in the women's bantamweight division. We got Aspen Lad versus Sarah Mcmahon. Who you like here?
Oh man, I gotta go with I can't even remember what her name is. Sarah McMahon here. Yeah, I just can't pick Lad. She's looked so bad in her last couple fights, and McMahon's actually looked really good in her last couple fights. So I know she's 41, almost 42, and yeah, I just think as long as she doesn't just gas out in the third round like she's known to do, I think she'll easily win this one. I don't think Lad's going to be improved too much. What you see is what you get with Lad now. I don't think I know she's still young, but I just don't see it. I think McMahon should be able to use her wrestling here and eventually take her down. But on the feet, though, I will give Lad the advantage, but it's not a crazy advantage. Lad doesn't have the greatest striking either, I don't think. So she's very hittable. It's just a weird fight, not touching this one bit. Not even the overs. No, nothing. Not doing it.
Nothing. Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't touch it at all either, dude. It's
weird.
But I'm gonna go with Aspen Lad. Just because, like I said, not betting it or none, but she's showing really good takedown defense and good takedowns herself in the UFC. And I do believe McMahon gets her, down in the first round for sure. But McMahon, dude, always shows that when girls put up a really good fight, because when she was getting Rosa down, Rosa was fucking just accepting bottom. When we was in Columbus, dude, Rosa would get taken down, and she wasn't even barely trying to get up and go nuts to that third round. But you see with like Pena, Ketlin Vieira, wait, what's the one girl that retired? Not Valerie Latrudo. The other girl is triangled or something, and she's not very good. She just retired. What's her name?
Against Lad?
No, against McMahon. Like she got choked out by a girl a while ago.
Let me see.
It
wasn't Juliana, right?
No.
Marlon Renault.
Yeah, Marlon. Yeah, Renault. You shouldn't have them losses, but she tires out. She goes real hard, and when these girls defend this stuff, she gets real tired, and that's when she gets finished in the third round. And that's what Lad does, dude. She's got a lot of third round finishes, going nuts on girls like Kunitskaya. She has another one too, where she just, she comes back, she keeps good cardio, and she gets really aggressive. So I think McMahon does win maybe that first round and a half, but I think that Lad's got the better cardio. Lad's a pretty big girl, and I think she's going to be able to start defending them takedowns by like that second round. I think she can start taking over. No faith in this, like no bets, no nothing, over, under, nothing. But I favor Lad in this. I think she's got the good enough offensive, defensive wrestling. I think Carol Rosa's like defensive wrestling was terrible, but that's not what she really does. She don't really take girls down too much. She's a really good striker. Lad, that's her game. She's a grappler. You know what I mean? So, and she's so much younger. So, yeah, man, give me Lad. I think that she can. I think that she can survive and then get in the third, but no faith, man. No faith.
I just looked. I lied. I actually do have a bet on this fight. The fight to start round 3. I got that one.
Yeah, that's solid. That's a solid
easy one because I don't trust McMahon here to get like in the third round. You don't know, so I can lose by 10 seconds again. So nope, not happening.
Right. Yep. Carlos said I'm going with Lad. What's FTW mean? Fight of the week
for the win.
What's that? Oh, for the win. Okay, fight of the week. I bet the fight over 2.5 rounds though. Yeah, man, it should be able to get to that, but it's going to get dicey in that third. I feel like it always does in McMahon fights. Even Rosa started hurting her a little bit in that third round and stuff, but she just had no takedown defense. Papa Chuck said McMahon is going to ragdoll Lad on the mat. Yeah, if she gets her down there, she should be able to hold her down. I definitely agree. At the beginning, she should. Yeah. Dev said, I love Lad, but I don't know if I can pick her. Yeah. This fight's so tough.
I know.
Yep. Dirty Red said, Johnny's on fire. We're lining up all night. Sarah McMahon for me too.
I'm going with the underdogs, Dirty.
I know. And usually he gives you crap for not going with the underdogs. Okay. Get a little respect.
3 or 4 underdogs this card.
He's putting a little respect on your name now. Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Dev said I might stick with Lad. Yeah, it's
a toss up. It literally is it's a toss up. Whatever you feel like your first initial reaction is probably the right one.
And plus, though, another thing is you don't know what you're gonna freaking get with Lad. Is she gonna kind of be low output, terrible, or is it you know what you're getting with McMahon? She's coming out from the beginning to the end and put as much pressure on you as she can for as long as she lasts, or get that decision. You know why Lad begins with L? It's because she's losing. The burns. Lad already starts with 80% edge with the age difference. That is a huge thing.
But there's that 20% you have to worry about.
So you're saying there's a chance. You're saying there's 20% of the time it works 100% of the time, man. Range, he said McMahon is Olympian and wrestling coach at Alpha Male. Shit cardio, but she should control the fight. And I agree with that. Even clinch up again. And the thing is that she should control it, but it's just that third round's going to be nuts. But also, McMahon has improved striking too. I'll give her that. When I went back and watched some tape, even against the Juliana Pena, her striking was looking legit. All right, let's go up to this next fight at the men's heavyweight division. We got Tanner Boser versus Nascimento, and I'm gonna let you start this because I'll be back 1 second. Drink that energy drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tanner here. This was a kind of a tough pick for me too. I was kind of going back and forth, but Tanner's usually like a smaller heavyweight, if you want to say. He comes in weighing about 240 or 250 range, but I just think he's gonna be quicker on the feet. He's gonna have the way better striking. He's got decent takedown defense because Nascimento is more of a grappler. He wants to submit you on the ground. And let me check here real quick. I still want to say something wrong. Nascimento hasn't fought in a while. He last time he fought was Alen Badeau, and it went to no contest, and that was about a year ago, a little over a year. So I like Boser here. I think he's more technical. Obviously, he's a better striker. I think he's a little bit. I don't think he's ranked, but if he's not, like he's in like right in there to be ranked in this heavyweight division, and I don't think Nascimento is that great yet. I just think Boser's the better fighter here overall. But if he can get some takedowns against Boser, it's going to be a little dicey. So in the first round at least, and if it gets out of the first round, I can see Boser taking over on the feet and outstriking Nascimento here for most of the fight here. So give me Tanner Boser here. I'm going to say I said by decision in my picks video, so I'll stick with that. I could see maybe a late second round or third round knockout, but Boser doesn't really have a lot of knockouts for a heavyweight. He's more of like piece you up and outstrike you, get to the judges' scorecard. He's got some, not like more than you would want to see. You want to see more for a heavyweight. So I got Boser here by a decision.
Yeah. Man, I really like Boser here. So this is I'll ask you guys what you think. So this was the dilemma I was in. My main thing was that when I wrote my bets down that I was going to bet, I was going to go bet Boser. He was at minus 170 or 180. So I believe I would have had to put 270 to win 150. And then I was going to bet Basharat. Yeah, Basharat at minus 160 and put 240 to win 150. But they're both fighting decent guys that have passed the victory. So like instead of putting all that, because if I would have won one and lost one, I'm going to lose money on that. Yeah. So I was like, I'll just put both of them dudes in a parlay. I put 110 on Boser and Basharat, and it pays like 170 or 180. It was plus 155. But I really like Boser here after watching the tape, man. Rodrigo Nascimento, decent wrestling. Pretty good BJJ, but dude, he's slow and his striking's terrible and his wrestling's not like world class. Like he couldn't even get Alen Badeau down. He was getting pieced up so bad by Alen Badeau. Kyle Dawkins knocked his head off in like 20 seconds because he's so slow and his striking is just not that great. I love Tanner Boser here. I think Tanner Boser can get him out of there in that first round or second. He's got to stay off the cage. I don't like that it's the littler cage. That doesn't help Boser at all for his style, but I think that he can beat up Nascimento in the clinch. I think that because you seen what he did like OSP, he had to cheat to get up, but you seen him hit him with a big knee. dangerous guy. And I really think that Boser's going to be too quick and powerful for Nascimento. And I don't think Nascimento is going to be able to get him down easy in that first round. And I think that Boser is going to be able to knock him out in that first round. Because, dude, go watch what Barriault was doing to freaking Nascimento. And Barriault obviously is terrible. And he outlanded Nascimento some like 50-something strikes to like 10 or 12 or something, 15. So I'm going to take Tanner Boser. I'm taking my first or second round KO. I wanted to bet the under, but on some books I was looking, they had it at the under 2.5, and it was like, minus 110 or something to go under 2.5. It was something weird like that. But my book only had the over under 1.5. And it was like, plus money at the under 1.5. But I wanted that extra round. So I didn't touch it like that. But I have Boser and Basharat. Like I said, good plus money parlay, because I really wanted to bet them two straight up. And like I said, I didn't want to walk away without having a bet on both of them because I felt confident. But I did also, like I said, didn't want to put up 520 to win 3. So I just 110 to win 180. That'll cover one of my other bets if something goes sideways. So I like it though. I like both them dudes to get the win.
Yeah. I don't got to bet on this fight either. I'm just gonna stay away. I didn't really have a good angle one way or another. I think I like the fight to go to decision or like over 2.5 because Boser's not for me the biggest knockout guy. But then again, who knows what Nascimento's cardio is gonna look like after the first round? So
right. Well, I think this is I really like the under. I think this is like a tale of either Nascimento is going to get this to the ground and sub Boser, or he's getting knocked the fuck out, stand up. Boser hits pretty hard. And it's not only that, but just Nascimento's striking looked terrible, dude. He might not even get a chance to even shoot takedown. He don't even shoot takedowns. He's got to corral you. I like that about Boser. He moves around a lot. He got taken down by Latifi, but dude, Latifi's a legit wrestler. So, I like Boser in this. I like Boser. Let's see. Carlos said tough to fight to pick. No bets, but I'm going Boser by KO. I like that. SK said Rod popped. Juicy Boy was getting pieced up by Trash Can Bedoy. Yeah. And he did pop for roids after that last one. Pop for something.
Yeah.
The Burn said betting low-level heavyweights is as bad as betting but I don't think Tanner Boser's low-level. I've seen him fight 7-8 times in the UFC. That's another thing. His experience in the UFC. He's fought Ciro Gane. He's fought, Arlovsky. He's just getting rounds with them type of people. But yeah, that's why, because Rodrigo Nascimento has a path to victory. If he gets this fight to the ground, he can submit Boser. So, I didn't want to put the 270 to win 150. So I just picked another over under and then went Dirty Red said I like Boser, but not betting either guy could starch the other. I'm not losing my parlay on that. Yeah. And he Burns is right too. I mean, it's kind of low level. It is kind of low level.
I would say Nascimento is definitely low level, but he does have good qualities, but Boser, I would say he's mid-level, but he doesn't do anything super fantastic either, but he doesn't do anything bad. So
he's got pretty good fight IQ. That's what I like. He got good karate chops, dude. What he hit Felipe Lenz with when he karate chopped the fuck out of him when
he's quick. He's got good cardio for heavyweight division. That's always going to be good. And I like Boser here too, but I just think it's going to be by decision.
All right. Next fights in the men's middleweight division. We got Chidi and Jokuanu versus Gregory Rodriguez. Here's another one, dude. It's it's so hard to pick who's going to win. Both of these dudes, excellent striking. Chidi, excellent Muay Thai striking, great elbows. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, really only uses it in reverse. Can be taken down. Very powerful leg kicks, very explosive. Like I said, with the elbows in the clinch, excellent 1-2 with KO power. Marc Barriault knows about that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I like Gregory Rodriguez here. To be honest, I didn't bet. I will actually bet the under, but I didn't bet Rodriguez. But the only reason is because I think the striking's about the same. They both hit hard. Rodriguez is tough. He's got a good chin too, and they both hit about the same. I mean, Chidi's probably I guess maybe a little longer, but Rodriguez has fast ass hands, dude, and good kicks, and he's got really good striking. He's got KO power himself, but I think that he has a better wrestling and jiu-jitsu too. So that's why I didn't pick him to bet him straight up, but I'm favoring him because I just feel like outside of him getting knocked out, he has the better all-around game than Chidi.
Yeah.
So I'm going with that. I bet the under though because I think these dudes are going to be going at it. And they're both got KO power, obviously. So I think that when one hurts the other one's going to be swinging back. And I think that this fight's going to be like a really good, like that Julian Marquez or like the Jung Young Park fight with Gregory Rodriguez, except that that Chidi does have the KO power to actually, put Rodriguez lights out, because he gets in them firefights, dude. That's what Rodriguez does. He'll stand there with his chin and just. So if they get into that, that's why I just bet the under, man. I think at 1.5, I think something happens in that first 1.5 rounds.
Yeah, this is another close fight too, and I like Rodriguez as a fighter, but I'm gonna go with Chidi here as the underdog. I got him at plus 100. He might even be the favorite now.
Yeah, I like that.
But like you said, I think Chidi's gonna be the better striker technically. I know Rodriguez has good power. He's got good striking himself. Rodriguez on paper, like he looks like he should win, but I always go back to the Petrosian fight because I was thinking about this, and I'm like, he had the advantage on the mat, like 100%, and he used it one round, and then he forgot about it, and maybe it gassed himself out too much in the second round or something. I don't know, but Chidi's a better striker, I think, and a better takedown defense than Petrosian. So for me, it's like if he can't beat Petrosian, and that was a close fight, don't get me wrong. But I think Chidi's way better than Petrosian as a fighter now. He's better takedown defense. He's going to be the long fighter, like you said. He's more explosive, I think, too. It's going to be a very good fight. It's like technical versus power, even though Chidi does have power as well. Right. And I'm going to go with Chidi. I like him at plus money. And if you want to get Rodriguez at plus money, it's not a bad bet. It's going to be a very close fight. I just don't think Rodriguez is going to use his wrestling and grappling enough to win the fight. I just don't think he will. Right.
And I'm with you. A great point where I think that Rodriguez gasses a little bit when he wrestles. You seen when he wrestled Park, Jun Young Park, he wrestled him in the first round a lot, and he was gassed. And that second round looked weird. It was almost close to getting finished until he caught Park. So I think that's why he don't like to use that grappling. Man.
Yeah. And what's weird with that Park fight though is Park would have won that fight if he just kept doing what he was doing the whole fight. He would have won. Right. But he went into that ball and the firefight, and he got knocked out because Rodriguez has that power, and he has a pretty decent chin. But I think Chidi's power will knock out Rodriguez if they get in a fight.
Yeah, this is a different level
with him too. So.
Yep, this is a different level of power, and that's what I'm saying. Both these dudes, you've seen Rodriguez knock out Marquez. Nobody knocks out Marquez like that.
Yeah.
So both these dudes are like one-shot KO fights, and they're both tough as fuck. So I feel like when either one of these dudes, actually the first one lands a giant shot on the other, they're going to want to return that and get it back. And I could see these guys getting in a firefight. And like you said, man, if that's going to happen, I'm favoring Chidi in that little bit. It seems like, man, and he's got really good elbows, so I can see him hitting him with a good elbow like the Dusko one. So I do think that Rodriguez ain't gonna wrestle, but I think that it's just when they're up both standing up, because I've seen Chidi get knocked out before. I've seen him get finished. So it's like when they're both standing up, they're both gonna be throwing heat, and who knows who the fuck's gonna land first.
It can happen by anybody.
Yeah, so I just stayed away from it. It's gonna be an excellent fight. This is gonna be fight. Well, I mean, this next main event's good, but yeah, I took the under 1.5. I got it at plus 110. I'm just going to be rooting for violence. It could go under or over, but I'd like 2.5. But man, I think that this is going to be fireworks, kind of like even like the Marquez, Gregory Rodriguez or Park Rodriguez. Almost any fight you name Rodriguez's name, and it's a crazy fight. Petrosian, that fight was freaking crazy too.
Yep. Yeah, I think the first round is going to be the most like fireworks round, if you want to say. And then if it gets out of the first round, then for me, if I had the under bet, I'd be like, well, it's probably not going to happen because they're going to like slow down a bit. They're going to like start. Maybe that's when Rodriguez might use his wrestling and take time off the clock or something like that.
Right. I just need one wild exchange.
Yeah, it has to be. I think it has to be in the first round. Yeah, that's me. Like, I mean, I could see it any time though.
And it's like, I don't think Rodriguez comes out and wrestles in that first round either. I don't think he wants to. You don't want to gas out against Chidi. He's going to put a beating on you.
Yeah, so, he won't do it until second round, just like he did with Petrosian.
So someone's got to land in that time, and they both throw heat. Both of them throw heat. One shot knockout power.
Like they give no fucks. So
Carlos said, "Give me my dude Chidi Bang Bang. I bet him at minus 105 in a parlay, and also got fight. Don't go to distance. I like them both. Like I said, I'm just picking Rodriguez, but this fight's tough one to call. Tough one. But like Johnny said perfectly, if you get plus money on either guy, you're doing it right.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Whatever, if you like Rodriguez, get him at plus money right now. And if you like Chidi early, you should get him at plus money or close to it.
Yep, correct. The Burn said Rodriguez is going to piss everyone off if he starts getting lit up and doesn't even attempt to take down.
I'm scared of. I like Rodriguez as a fighter. I think on paper he's actually the better overall fighter, but I just don't think he has like the fight IQ. I'm not saying it's like really low, but he just doesn't do it. I don't know why. And there's a lot of that do it.
He's so skilled in standing and grappling, yet he gets in fucking firefights where it's not coming down to like who's skilled. It's just coming down to who's landing first. Dev said Chidi bang bang. Okay. He said Chidi by TKO.
Yep.
Bernie CDG said next fight Black Cap versus Green Cap. YouTube, yeah, we got the YouTube. We'll be on the Jake Paul card, man.
That's right. If they give us $1 million, we'll do a grappling match. I got to protect the face.
Right. They have a hand.
Trust me, because I know you wrestled and I didn't. So let's go.
let's do it. I'm down. Rand said, RoboCop training at Killcliff with Henry Hooft and Power Bar. Give me Rodriguez. I like that.
Okay.
Dude, Rodriguez is so good of a fighter, dude. Like I was saying last time when he fought like Julian Marquez, I'm like, if he loses here, he would be like 11-5 or something. I'm like, he would be the best fighter in the history of the world with an 11-5 record.
Sure.
Dirty Red said he's on G-Rod. Okay.
Paul, we're on the same page now. I'm going with underdogs here.
Paul Brasfield said Rodriguez is not going to get lit up. Chidi is not high volume, right? High power. Dev said Bang Bang has way better striking. Good use of his all 8 limbs. He definitely has better kicks and elbows and knees and stuff too. His knees are
kickboxer. He likes to use the elbows and knees and stuff like that. He's got better takedown defense than Petrosian, like I said. So
yeah,
I think this is a tougher fight than the Petrosian fight that Rodriguez was struggling in. So that's why I like Chidi a lot here. I don't know. It's just me.
Yeah. And I don't, like I said, I can't blame anybody on either side. Main event time, everybody. Boy, Thomas showed up. Thomas, what's up? He said, what's up, guys? What's up, man? Thanks for showing up. Houdini beats Kobe with smash Khamzat, and I believe that, especially a 5-rounder. Khamzat was 3 rolls away. Kevin Holland 3 rolls away from gassing himself out, dude.
Probably, yeah.
Dude, he was going fucking hard, and it's way harder to sit there and roll with somebody and try to keep taking him down than it is for Kevin Holland to fucking break dance around the mat.
That'll be a fun fight if it does happen, though. I would like to see what happens in that fight.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know if Khamzat's ever going back down to 170.
That's true. I don't think so either.
SK said a true pick. I'm slightly lean Chidi. Yep. Dev said Chidi, bang, bang.
Done, Chidi.
Main event, everybody. Main event. We got Corey Sandhagen versus Yadong Song. Who you got in this one, Johnny?
Man, everything in my powers wanted to pick Song Yadong or Yadong Song here, but I got to go with Corey. I think he's the better striker here, better grappler if it does get to the mat, which I don't think it will. He's going to have the reach advantage. Corey will. I want to say it's about 4 inches. I could be wrong, but somewhere around there.
3 inches height, 3 inches reach.
Yeah. So I think, he's going to stick on the outside like he usually does. He's going to, 1-2 punch and out, just keep moving left and right on the outside. And after a couple rounds, if he can survive the first couple rounds, I think he should easily win this one just by volume and outstriking. And because, Song hasn't ever been in a 5-round fight, I don't believe. And Corey's fought the way better competition in 5-round fights. In some of those fights where he lost, he should have won, let's be honest. And I think Corey's the better fighter here overall. But like I said, Yadong Song is very explosive, has very good boxing, very good power early on. He's got good combos too. But if he can't touch him with the reach, that does nothing for you. And I think that's what happens here. It's just going to be like a slower paced fight. And I see this going to decision, but I like Corey here. I got him in a parlay with somebody. I can't even remember, but somebody I got him in a parlay with.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I like Sandhagen to win this. It sucks it's in the small cage. That definitely doesn't help him at all for his fighting style, but he's got a good fighting style. Very tough. Someone in here, Youthphoria said Yadong by KO.
I can see a first or second round KO for sure. by him. It happens.
Sandhagen's got phenomenal striking, but what I did see in some of his fights against Jan, even TJ, I was watching him fight somebody else. He's kind of hittable. You know, when he's coming in with his big shots, he can be hit, but he's very tough, very durable. But it only takes one from Yadong Song. But I mean, Song's got really fast hands, obviously really good boxing. He's got that really fast head kick, but he doesn't throw very many. He's got a nice body kick too, but he doesn't throw very many kicks, period, body or head. Really likes to use his boxing, and it's just like Sandhagen's got so many more weapons, you know, knees, elbows. He's so long. He uses his length really, really good too. The wrestling, I feel like Sandhagen maybe could take advantage of, like, if he times his shots well, kind of like Kyler Phillips was doing to Yadong Song, because Yadong Song's got good offensive and defensive grappling. But that's how Kyler Phillips, besides hurting him a little bit in the first round with the crazy head kick and stuff, was able to win the rest of them rounds, was by taking Yadong Song down. So this is going to be such a good fight, man. And I can't even figure out. I'm taking Sandhagen, but I don't know if he's going to get the decision or if he's going to land some weird flying knee, or and so I don't really know on the over under. I would lean the over, just because Yadong Song's so freaking tough. You've seen the head kicks and stuff he ate from Kyler Phillips, dude, and stayed up, didn't even go down or nothing. So I guess I would lean the over, but man, they're both dangerous for the finish. So it's hard to even say that. I was going to bet Sandhagen, but most of the time, just like last weekend, I like to stay away from the main events a lot, because usually it's two really good fighters fighting each other. I'd rather go pick, you know, a really good fighter versus a shit fighter on the prelims and take that, something like that, or someone with clear paths to victory, because this is going to be a really close fight, dude. Both these dudes are going to be fighting hard for, especially if it doesn't finish, it's gonna be really close. So give me Sandhagen. Don't know how he gets it done. I don't have him in any bets either, but can't blame anybody picking either side here, especially with Yadong being such an underdog, a big underdog.
Yeah, I mean, if I was on the Song side, I would probably do like a KO prop, maybe just like a sprinkle, or like maybe the under, if you want to do like under 4.5. I think that may hit, because both guys, I mean, it could happen. The under might be a good play, but I don't know.
Is it plus money? Like what?
Yeah, the over, it's set at 4.5, and then the under is plus 130. So you're actually, I mean, so it covers both sides, you know what I mean? So just in case.
Yeah, you're gonna be sweating that with these two, kind of how they strike, dude, and just throw power into everything. You never know, dude. Sandhagen come with one of them flying knees, dude, when he's got, because Yadong Song likes to come forward, pressure forward, and chasing you a little bit. So that's when Sandhagen busts them flying knees out stuff. It's gonna be really good. We got my boy Carlos said, I bet Sandhagen in one of my parlays. This is going to be a good fight. I'm kind of nervous about it because Song is live. Definitely. Song needs to win the first 3 rounds decision. When never seen him take down though. SK said that. Yeah, I've seen Song got decent rest. I think he took down Marlon Vera. I think that's how he had to win that fight. Thomas said, I may bet on this fight. I think this can go more than 2.5 rounds. Yeah, I like that. It's gonna be so sweaty. It's gonna be in a little cage too. It's gonna be greasy. Euphoria said, the experience easily give Corey the edge in a small cage worries me. Yeah, got to take in all them factors, man. Do you guys think Khamzat's next fight is Kobe? If yes, you think we will see him fight this year? He just came out, his manager or trainer just came out and said he's fighting 185 next. I just read something about that yesterday. So he said he hates cutting weight. He just wants to train and eat now. So that'd probably be smarter for him.
Yeah, I think he'll be able to dominate middleweight division a little bit easier, to be honest. So,
right, he's going to have the speed advantage. He's good, man. The burns that Sandhagen isn't finishing Iron Ska.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. I think I like the over, and I like Sandhagen by decision. Those would be my 2 bets. But I can see the under if you like Song, just to cover your bases.
Right. Yeah, Dev said, smash the like button. We got 37 live viewers right now. If you guys could all smash that like button, that would be awesome. I felt like this was a pretty good show, man. Nice, smooth show. We're getting better and better. How long do you think we've been doing this show now?
I would say almost a year now. I mean, well, maybe like 10 months or so. Like we're close to a year, because like we kind of started at the same time, like we said before, and shortly after that, we kind of like hooked up, and then like we were start talking like on Instagram and stuff, and then we're like we should do it live, and then that's when it started, like a couple months after we both started. So
hell yeah, and we've been, like I said, we've been getting better and better. We have to go back and watch our first live sometimes, see how that goes. Carlos said locks of the night.
Okay, let me look it up real quick. I know Zellhuber is one of mine.
That's who I'm saying. Zeho, yeah. You should say Pyfer, but dude, you also got him going against some crazy brawler that can catch him. But I doubt it. But I like Pyfer. I would like to see a couple more fights out of these dudes in the UFC to feel as comfortable. But I like Loma, dude. I really like Loma Lookboonmee. I don't want to bet it because it's women's MMA, but I really like Loma to get that win. Because I mean, the other girl's on short notice. Loma seems to be better every single place.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these fights are like really close. They're like
a lot of them are. I mean, even like that Moda Van Camp. I don't know how that dude was minus 250. I kind of feel like Trevin Giles is a lock, but you know.
I was gonna say maybe two, but that fight's close. You know what I mean? Like they're both really good.
Yeah,
I just like Sabatini a little bit more. I'm thinking of like a value lock,
right?
Maybe like Sabatini. It would be like a value lock, but like I don't know. There's really no locks here.
I'm gonna say with my two, I'm gonna go Loma and Zellhuber.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do Sabatini and Zellhuber too. I think those are my two locks of the night. And obviously Pyfer, I think that's a huge lock. That's like the lock of the night.
Yeah, and it should be. He should look minus 5,000. Ice Viking, I have Sandhagen and a couple parlays. Fucking parlays. I feel you on that one. I tried to throw one in here and there, and I just Houdini Bets said train and eat. Sounds a lot like Patty with the eating part.
Yep.
Yeah, lying, definitely. Cars says, can you see Bo Nickal giving Kamzat a tough fight? Not until his jiu-jitsu is up on that level and striking.
Not yet.
Kamzat's got a lot more years in the game than him.
Yeah. Give it like 3 years, maybe. Maybe Bo Nickal will have a chance, but not right now. There's no way.
Right. Ice Viking says Spider or Jake. Spider. I think Jake's finally going to meet his match on somebody who actually can hit hard from a distance.
True. I agree.
I like that parlay other than Algio SK. Algio.
Other than Van Camp, we're good.
Okay. Van Camp's adding them odds on though. Bo Nickal fighting a guy from hometown.
Algio's adding those odds.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's going to take away from that win though. See, that's the problem. He's adding odds, right? But he's taking your money in the end. So
that's true.
Don't let him Dawa do you.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Carlos said, I'm out of here, guys. Great show, and thanks for all the hard work. Thanks for showing up, Carlos. I'm gonna grab my daughter real quick. She'll cry if not.
Uh-oh. We got Cody's daughter picks of the night. Get ready, guys. I think we missed it last week, or maybe she didn't want to come out and give her picks. I don't know. I know we tried that one time. I don't remember if it was last time or not, though. Victor, I see your comment. Do y'all really see Tanner being close? I don't think it'll be super close. I do like Tanner to win though, but the first round will be a little dicey.
Yeah, it's a negative again. For some reason, she's getting a shower at this time.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna be so mad. She freaking lost it last time.
In a row, I think, right?
Yeah. She goes, they call me Baby Blood.
I like it. Yeah, I get Baby Blood's picks.
Yep. And I was just gonna ask her 2 random fights, but we'll get it next time.
Yeah, we'll get it.
So yeah, Victor said, I think Tanner Dustin, dude. I really do. It's not going to be close because it's either going to be Tanner Dustin him on the feet, in my opinion, or Rodrigo taking him down and submitting him. I don't see like a back and forth battle of like grappling exchanges or striking exchange. I see either Tanner beating him down on the feet or he's getting taken down and probably getting subbed pretty shortly after. Parlayed. Oh, yeah, I like that with the Zellhuber. I think Johnny just cut off. But all right, man. I'm actually got to get ready for work and stuff like that. I appreciate all you guys coming out. Dirty Reg, Thomas, SK, everybody that came out, man, and was commenting with us and talking with us. We appreciate it. That's why we do this every time, every week, man. to hang out with you guys, have a good time. I might start doing another live show for props and stuff, maybe on like Thursday or Friday night coming up here in the future, where I'll just sit around and talk with you guys and figure out some prop bets and stuff. So I appreciate everybody coming out. My girl, here we go. Hold up.
I don't even know what happened. I think I hit the wrong button.
But she dipped out. He's like, fuck this live show. I'm out. But yeah, I was just telling them, thanks for everybody for showing up, man. You wanna tell them something?
Yeah, thanks for everybody for showing up again. Congratulations to Cody for his 1,000 subs. We finally got him there, guys. We got him.
Appreciate all the supporters that helped get me there, dude. And
sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then good luck to everybody in their bets. Hope we gave you a little bit more insight, maybe something you weren't thinking about. Maybe we got you off something, or maybe we got you, to get that little nudge. I know last week Cody gave me that little nudge to give a Walker bet. So I was on Walker, but like I needed something, and he gave it to me. Like, all right, I'm doing it, and it ended up hitting. So
plus 180, that was so nice, dude. And that was easy money. Like he got taken down at first, but stopped all the ground and pound, and then picked him up. Slam, dude, that was easy money. I wish I would have bet the bank on the house on him, man.
True.
But all right, man. Thank you everybody for showing up. We will see you guys again next Wednesday. Good luck. We'll be on here next Wednesday on Johnny's channel, where we're just gonna be talking and bullshit.
We'll just do like another off week. What we like to do, we just talk about maybe the upcoming fights or anything that you guys want to talk about. It's more of a interaction with the viewers. If you're here, anything you want to talk about, we'll talk about stuff if we don't have anything going on or whatever. So I always like those. They're fun. Just whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah, super fun. So everybody show up for that, man, and maybe we'll have a little giveaway. I'm doing my giveaway, so somebody's gonna win on my channel. And matter of fact, next Wednesday, if you show up to that, we'll have a good giveaway for you guys. So
yeah, I'll even think of something good too. I got some cards too. We'll do.
Yeah. So next Wednesday this is gonna be the motherfucking spot. So everybody show up, man. Appreciate everybody coming out, man. Houdini Beats, everybody Ice Viking. I appreciate all you guys. We
appreciate it.
You guys, good luck, guys.
Later, man.
Later.